Well, we can say one thing for sure. If we haven't learned anything else this summer, it's that Brian Schottenheimer's master plan is working, at least in one facet of team building for the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to discuss that today. I'm going to be real, bro. This may be from top to bottom and from bottom to top, the most work I've seen a Cowboys team put in during the offseason in a long time, at least the work that they're showing us. Let's get right into it, and we can't say them boys ain't trying, y'all. Be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content on the regular. Man, shut your up. But look, y'all, this was the master plan. Make no mistake about it. Before we get into exactly what Brian Schottenheimer has put in place here and how we're starting to see some of the fruits of that plan unveil itself a little bit, let's actually take a look at the work that the Cowboys players have been putting in this offseason, because I'm saying this in the context of what the players reveal to us every offseason, what other people may reveal to us every offseason about some of these players' activities and what they do throughout the offseason. One thing we know for a fact is this offseason in particular, there has not been a single dude taking a day off. All of these dudes understand that not only is the level of competition being risen amongst the Dallas Cowboys and what Brian Schottenheimer is trying to build, but these dudes also understand that, hey, man, unless you one of these two dudes right here on this picture, a Dak Prescott, a CD Lamb, a Micah Parsons, unless you one of those, your job is not safe. You 100% have to work. And that is what I love more than anything, bro. Brian Schottenheimer stressed creating a culture of competition under pressure. And what more pressure is there than not ever being able to actually get comfortable within your job, not ever actually being able to get comfortable with your spot on the roster, because you may be working out, but then you could come to one of these Dak Pack Summits, which is essentially a leadership and brotherhood offensive skill player workshop. You can come to this and you see a CD Lamb, a George Pickens, a Ryan Flanoy, a Jalen Tolbert. You see all these guys from the bottom of the roster all the way to the top. A Treshaun Holden, an undrafted free agent. You see the guys at the bottom of the roster putting in that extra work, taking that extra step. So you as a competitor, are you really going to sit back and allow someone to outwork you? Are you going to sit back and allow someone to make you feel as if you're not doing enough? Absolutely not, bro. That's why I love what Brian Schottenheimer has put into place with this Dallas Cowboys team, because this is something else we've seen grow over the years as well. This Dak Pack Summit, where he takes some of his offensive skill guys and they all go out there for a weekend and get on the same page and just do nothing but training essentially and leadership development and all that stuff. We're seeing this even grow year over year. It's getting more and more guys going out there. It's getting more and more attention. And I'm going to be honest, man, seeing Dak, the way he's carried himself this offseason, the way he's kind of ingratiated himself amongst his new teammates, the way you can even see his new teammates kind of gravitating around him, bro. This offseason couldn't play out any more perfect than what it's played out for a Dallas Cowboys fan so far. So even with the Dak Pack Summit, you got that going on. Then you got Tyler Guyton going to the big and beautiful Offensive Line Summit in Las Vegas, created by Athletes First and hosted by Cowboys great Tyron Smith. This man is getting UFC-style training right here. I know what this drill is. It's essentially where they like, they lock arms and keep bumping chests like that. This is like a warm-up drill. I know what drill he's doing right here. But this man is getting UFC fighting training. He's getting UFC fighting routines down as it pertains to adding it to his offensive line training. Give him more strength, give him more toughness, give him more physicality, get him more used to the physicality. This right here, this is the type of stuff we needed to see. I can't be confident that I'm 100% going to see a brand new Tyler Guyton next season. But what I can be confident of is that the young man has put the work in to get better. And that right there is enough to make me excited as a Cowboys fan. I would much rather see our guys doing the right things, putting in that work, putting themselves in better position to be successful than seeing them do nothing at all, right? And too many times, and part of the reason I'm making these videos, I'm not just sitting here trying to blow smoke up y'all butts, but y'all got to keep it a buck, man. Too many times we see something negative happen with our players, or we see something negative happen in sports, or whatever it may be. As an innocent bystander, as an onlooker, we can see something negative happen and want to make the biggest deal in the world about it. But then we can see something noble or something that's worth applauding happen and barely even mention it. That's why I'm making this kind of content right now, because so far this summer, all these guys have done nothing but do positive things. They've done nothing but go to charities, put in extra work, show up at the Star, get with the right people to help them get better at their own specific crafts. We've seen these guys doing the right things. So we have to put that attention on the fact that our players, at the very least, are doing the right things. We're not seeing guys in and out of clubs. Even Trevon Diggs and some of these other guys, man. Diggs is out there rehabbing. Diggs is out there trying to get that knee right. Diggs is trying to get back for week 1 of the NFL season, because Diggs knows that he can't afford to miss an extended period of time because he doesn't have that type of job security. And that's what Brian Schottenheimer has accomplished with this Dallas Cowboys team, with the way they've built this roster, with the personalities they brought in, with the type of guys they brought in, guys who are self-managers, guys who are independent in their work. That's why it was a big deal. That's why it was worth mentioning that Brian Schottenheimer drafted and signed so many guys that had leadership tendencies and traits and different leadership positions at their respective organizations and schools, is because those are self-managers. Those are self-starters. Those are people that you don't have to micromanage and get them to work. They're going to work anyways. And all that does is naturally bring up the level of competition and bring up the level of effort within your own outfit. And that's what we're starting to see kind of take place here with the Cowboys. Now, obviously, training camp starts in less than a month. We're going to start seeing some vacation pictures over the next couple of weeks from some of these guys. They have to take a vacation before they get into the meat of the new season, man. Hell, I had to do the same thing. My vacation schedule is going to be damn near the same thing. I had to do the same thing. I had to recoup a little bit as well and get my energy right. So we 100% should expect to see some of these guys take a breather and things like that. But as far as our knowledge goes, man, these dudes have been putting in some serious work this offseason, bro. And I just want to applaud them. We got running back Phil Maffa here. That's another guy that's just been putting in a ton of work. He's towards the bottom of the running back roster. If this is the type of stuff we're seeing the bottom of our roster doing, these type of guys that we have at the bottom of our depth chart at different positions, you can only imagine what that is pushing the top of the depth chart at that position to do, man. So, again, I love seeing stuff like this. You got Sam Williams out here catching the rehab on his leg. He kind of showing the progress of that and showing the things that he had to go through to get his body back right, and what he's still doing right now this offseason, get his body back right. By all accounts, he's come back. He's looked just as fast as a Micah Parsons. He looks stronger. He looks bigger. So hopefully his health holds up and he's able to have the type of season that I know Sam Williams is capable of having. Hell, we got Brock Hoffman in here posting Brock's boxing videos, and he's getting a different style of training in as well. So all of these guys, man, all of these guys understand what's at stake. I think all of these guys fully understand that they have a unique opportunity here to genuinely be in a situation where your work is going to reward you properly. It's going to reward you based on what you put into it, right? It's going to reward you. You're going to have the opportunity to take a guy's job, because none of these dudes' jobs are guaranteed. Shotty ain't running that type of ship. And quite frankly, Micah Parsons ain't either, especially on the other side of the ball with that defense. If we see him with Osa Odighizuwa, Solomon Thomas, Tyrus Wheat, his coach Lance Dean, we see these guys out here training. And the thing I love about this is we're continuing to see different position groups that honestly need that level of continuity. They need that understanding, that feel for each other, where other guys are going to be at on that defensive line. They need that connectivity. Seeing these guys work out together more, like in unison, together, and not individually, not in the same gym, but not even really talking to each other. Like actually seeing these guys go out their way to link up, to work out, to put that time in together. Seeing the leaders of the team, Dak, CD, seeing those guys out there at the Dak Summit, and then seeing Micah out here all summer long. We've been seeing him putting in work with his defensive line room, other guys on that defense going and helping Trevon Diggs with his rehab. Micah, man, he is stepping up, and he is being the leader that we all wanted him to be and that he wanted to be, and that he talked to us about being. And at the end of the day, that's all we wanted. And anybody that's willing to be honest with Micah Parsons, that's all they ever wanted, was for Micah to be able to realize his full potential. And I see him firmly on that road. I honestly think that with the help that he now has on that defensive line, bruh, and the people around him now at this point, from Brian Schottenheimer and some of the other players and some guys being gone, some addition by subtraction, right? I think we're about to see the best version of Micah Parsons. And don't be surprised this dude don't pull off a 20-sack season, bro. If Gap 2 straight hand can do it, Micah can do it. That's all I'm going to say, bro. But either way, man, love every second of it, man. So, again, I wanted to put some attention on the positives of what these guys are doing, just as much attention as we put on the negatives. I gotta put the attention on the positive because y'all know how I get down, bro. And at the end of the day, we do want to support our guys, man. And by all accounts, these guys are doing the right thing, so they have my full undivided support. I'm not about to sit here and be doubting them and expecting them to do bad. I'm gonna hope for the best, man. Embrace for the worst. That's what you should do. Hope for the best, brace for the worst. That way, you can keep your emotions in check. Some of y'all are too emotional. But either way, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Until next time, how about Cowboys?
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Ho, shut up, my boy, shut up. Hey!